we're going to take you down to another very charming waterside village called Portovenere. And this had been a fortress back in the old days, as were all of these towns really, but in Portovenere we still see the fort up on the hill and a very sizable medieval wall that comes down the hill with the guard towers to protect it. Getting off our boat in this ultra-picturesque little harbor. They almost seem like little toy boats, but this is a real fishing village and a very popular tourist center. There's a number of hotels that you could stay at in Portovenere. They have a small sandy beach even, and an active fishing fleet that brings in the daily catch to supply all of these restaurants along the oceanfront promenade. And people love to sunbathe on the rocks. They prefer the rocks over the beach here for some reason, making themselves comfortable as all get out, soaking in and basking in that Mediterranean sun. Of course, just strolling about is one of the main activities. You don't have to do any strenuous hiking if you don't want to, but certainly a little stroll through the villages when you get here is mandatory. Entering through the gate of this fortified medieval town. That is really an exciting scene to see. These curved lanes, you wonder what's around the bend. Coming upon some young locals doing a tattoo. And then the cats even are Italian. You can tell that they're Italian because they're hanging out on a motor scooter. It looks like they're getting ready for some driving lessons. Cats Italian style. Oh, the foods here. Notice the seafood with radicchio and some other greens and sauces and mussels. The seafood, of course, is the main dish to enjoy in a little harbor village. They're also famous for their pesto. They grow the basil right here on the hillsides throughout the region, and it's a very special, fresh kind of basil. So it's the best pesto you'll ever find. And you can just get takeout foods if you'd rather. There are plenty of opportunities for sitting at a scenic locale for a picnic. Get some olives. These are all locally grown. Those are the main crops: olives, grapes, and basil. And of course, with the grapes, they make the wine, the very nice light white wine of the Cinque Terre. It's a special treat that you're not going to find anyplace else in Italy. They don't grow enough to export it, and certainly it'll never get to America. The fortress is still standing here, overlooking Portovenere, and even the houses, that very picturesque row of pastel houses, functions as part of the wall that went around this fortified village to protect the inhabitants, protect them from marauding Saracens and pirates and various other kinds of invaders over the years.